Hi, I'm Bryan Rogers with TransPower Company, and this video is about improving your electrical power quality. When we build a new building or grocery store or airport or factory or hospital, everything starts with a one-line electrical drawing. And right up here, I have a typical layout of one-line electrical diagram. This is the meter. Our provider, electrical provider's on to the left. And then this is our main electrical panel. These are sub panels. There'll be breakers on both of them. And then here are the multiple loads going into the building. Now, at this point, our electrical provider should be providing us with just a pure electrical sine wave, something that looks like that. And our power factor, PF power factor, should be 0.999. You get your power factor by taking your usable electricity and dividing it by the total electricity that's being provided by your provider. And then something happens. You start moving into your building and you start using it. Well, every time you put it in a computer or a copier or a refrigerator or turn on your LED lights, an extra electrical sine wave gets dropped into the network. And you have something called THD start to form. This is an actual sine wave from a study, and it came in 8x10 form. I blew it up 300% so it would be visible in this video. And this is your electrical, that is this sine wave and what happens to it when all of the computers and everything are added to your system. Now, what's bad? This is called THD, which stands for total harmonic distortion. And total harmonic distortion causes heat. And heat is the enemy of everything electronic in your electrical system. And it also destroys your power factor. Remember, it was 0.999, which is basically perfect. In a regular office building, it'll drop to 0.85. In factories, it's real common to be 0.8 to 0.7. And in cold storage situations, it's 0.6. So in the cold storage part of the grocery store, they're doing 0.6 on their electrical. What does that mean? Well, it means that you're paying for something that you're not getting. We're paying for 100% here and getting the 999. You're paying for 100% here and only getting 0.85. So you're paying for 115%. And then 120, 130, 140, depending on the situation. And then on top of that, you have spikes in your system. The spikes are every single time that big chiller on the roof comes on, and then again when it shuts off. And you can argue with me that it doesn't spike when it shuts off, but have you ever noticed that the lights get bright for an instant? And then every single thing every computer, every single copier, every single thing has a little spike that it throws into your network during the day. Now, what can we do about this? Is there anything we can do about it? Well, TransPower Company has invented what is called the MPTS system. MPTS stands for Maximum Power Transfer Solution. And that same electrical network that had all the THD, this is the same study once the MPTS was turned on. Now, what is this? Where did it come from? And it's the MPTS solution. Solution to what? Well, it's the solution to an electrical engineering theorem that's called Jacobi's law. And Moritz von Jacobi in 1840 was working with batteries and electric motors, which amazes me. And he the math told him that the battery should work a certain amount and keep the electric motor going, and it wasn't making it. And then he was able to surmise and write a theorem that's called the maximum power transfer theorem. That theorem has only been solved twice in history. The first time it was solved by those guys that are wearing the headphones in the NFL. All the coaches on the sideline are wearing those headphones. Those guys solved the theorem in 1998. And in 2001, Adil Khan and his team also solved the theorem. Adil Khan is TransPower Company's founder and CEO. Now, what does the MPTS system do for you? Well, it makes up to 20,000 decisions a second that balance every single thing that's going on in the system. It will improve your electrical power quality, make it as good as it possibly can be. It'll decrease damage, failure, and downtime on all of your equipment. It will improve your power factor, which we've been talking about. Now, in this particular case, it's like a minimum of 0.95, and a lot of times it's 0.998 or 0.999. And then it'll decrease the amps that you're using in your system, because voltage times current is amps, is equal to watts, and they're billing you for kilowatts. So if we can decrease the wasted energy, we're decreasing the amps. And then it will do power monitoring and power analysis and voltage stabilization. So MPTS system does a whole bunch of things for you. In that voltage stabilization, what we're talking about is we'll take this fuzzy sine wave and turn it into one that looks like this. We would love to demo a unit, show you what's going on. I'm Bryan Rogers. You can contact me at brian@transpowerco.com. We sure appreciate you watching. Thanks.